What's going on, YouTube? There are three major key facts that you must know before you start getting into your fragrance journey. And one of them is that when you start buying and collecting stuff, you have to like it for yourself. You just can't go and buy, you just can't go buy Dior Sauvage because everybody's saying that it smells good, even though it does smells good, but at the end it is still a generic fragrance. So in order to really start, you have to start exploring and start seeing at different kind of scents and what do you like or what you don't like, because there are certain things that you might think it smells good, but then when you actually, let's say if you're blinded by it, you might not end up liking it. Even with me, half of my collection is blinded by but now I have got to a point where I need to smell it and know the notes and stuff like that in order to get to a part where I say, yeah, I like this and I do want to add it to my collection. And one more thing, you have to realize that if you're watching this video and you are in middle school and high school and you buy a fragrance and you put it on, right, and you walk to school and be like, do people really smell this? Why am I not getting any compliments? Or in most cases you do go nose blind to perfumes. When that happens, the people that are in your circle are surrounded by you, they can smell the perfume, right? But then yourself, when you go nose blind to it, you cannot smell anything at all. So your brain is telling you that, oh, this doesn't even last long, or this is not this phrase cannot project good enough for me to get any compliment. But in 90% of the cases, this is not the factor. You got to realize that if you're in high school or middle school, that most of these people around you, 90% women, their ego and their pride is so high, they will not actually tell you that if you're said by them, oh, you smell good, or that what cologne you got on, things like that. The only way it can happen, there's one more there is one more thing that people, I see a lot of people on fragrance community talk about, that if you wear a fragrance and you are out somewhere, you will not get compliment from strangers. I say that's BS, because look, if you look presentable enough and you know that it smells good, there are chances that if somebody does smell it, if they feel comfortable approaching you, in most cases they will go and tell them, oh, it smells good and stuff like that. But for that, you have to look. You can't be just walking somewhere and look like, oh, I don't want to talk. You cannot give out that energy, be like, I don't want to talk to anybody. You have to in somewhat, you have to look appealing to other people in order to give you compliments. That's the first key fact. You want to buy what you like and not what other people find it appealing, because at the end you're gonna regret your decision. Once you buy it and then you say, you smell it and stuff and be like, oh, this is just generic, or this is normal, or I don't even like it, or I don't know why I bought it. So for that reason, you have to like it for yourself and not for other people. The second key point is that less is more. And I'm not saying when you spray the fragrance and everything, less is more. That's another key fact too. But you would rather want to have all right, if you're in middle school or high school, I say 2 or 3, right? But if you're out of high school, 5 max. I don't really think you need to go more than 5, honestly. Because guess what? You can have one for fall, one for spring, one for winter, one for summer. That's if you really got it like that. If you want to spend that much money, you can go for 4. But if I be completely honest with you, you can either rock with 2. One can go for fall and winter, and one can go for spring and summer. You only need 2 in your collection. That's why so many people like to collect, because they get in a trap hole of just you buy one, then you want to get another one. It's like a rabbit hole of getting one after one after one. But you have to realize that less is more. The less you have, the more, another thing is, the more you're gonna apply it on yourself, and you're gonna know how the smell is and how you like it or not, or if you want to get some more from the same company or wherever you got it from. But other things, when you have less, you know that, oh, I'm gonna wear this. But then on another side, when you have 10 or 20 different perfumes you have collected, it's kind of hard to decide, oh, which I'm gonna go with, or does this even smells good, or things like that. And in the end, if you do end up liking so many stuff, you can always go up, because when you get to another level where you start mixing stuff, you can mix let's say Valentino with Dior, you can apply the Valentino and then Dior on top. You got a new whole scent to it, and that's another thing you can do. But if you're starting, like I was saying, if you're in high school or middle school, you want to get, you might want to start with Bleu de Chanel, like something generic, but it gets the compliment, it smells good, something like that. So try to start as less is more, right? Like have one, see how you like it or how you don't like it. Then if you do like it, just build. Slow progress is better than fast progress. That's what I say in fragrance. When you start collecting fragrances and stuff like that, because you don't want to like buy like 6 scents at one time and be like, and don't even wear them. In most cases, people who do have so many colognes and stuff like that, like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, they wear them like whenever they feel like on a daily basis. But I promise you, they're not wearing every single of them, because they have enough. Some people have enough for the whole year. So do you really think they have time to go and apply every single scent? And most people do. Like for me, sometimes I mix 3 fragrances at one time. That's like triple layering and stuff like that. You can go into deep with that kind of stuff, but you have to like build a slow progress. Slow progress is better than no progress. You want to build up with that knowledge that let me try with this. If I like it, I'll keep on going on. And with my future videos, I will explain you how mixing work, what kind of colognes are different, what kind of colognes project, how perfumes are reformulated and stuff like that. There's so much to it. Like coming back to my third point, I don't have a script, so I gotta look at my paper for a second. Yeah, for number 3, I say don't just randomly look. If you're looking for a fragrance, right, or fragrance in itself, if you're planning to buy a fragrance as a beginner, if you're in high school or middle school, I don't recommend just go and buying it just because somebody else thinks smells good, or this cologne is what everybody got. I say even if you are a beginner, do some kind of research. Like there's a website called Fragrantica or something like that, where you can type the cologne name and it will show you the nose, like the review of people. But the thing is, don't go in too deep hole like watching random YouTube videos about 40 videos with the same fragrance. Like you want to know somewhat about the fragrance before you go buy it. Like let's say you want to buy Bleu de Chanel, go look at the nose, see what's the top note. Like when you first spray the fragrance in your hand, what is it gonna smell like? Lavender, rose, mint. Like there are all kind of notes. Like what are you gonna get from it? You got to decide, am I even gonna like this? Do I like this kind of stuff? Because at the end, you gotta like, you still have to buy what you like and know what other people like. Because if you get into a trap hole of just doing things for other, you will never enjoy the process. The goal is to do it for yourself and only for yourself. Because no matter look, you have to know that, like you have to know in yourself that I smell good. Like when you apply it on, you have to know that, yeah, I'm fresh right now, I'm clean. You have to have that hygiene routine to yourself. Like even though nobody might appreciate for it, but when you know you smell good, you don't need validation. That's why so many, even if you do get validation, I'll say it might be more towards older people. You know why? Because they are not like this famous around here, like probably famous in your school, your middle school, high school, even if you're college. They're not gonna randomly walk up to you and be like, oh, you smell good today, or what are you wearing, things like that, unless they're your friends. Or if you're in a circle where people feel more comfortable with you. This is what I try to say more. Do not get into thinking of that I'm getting all this and I'm not getting that validation, because honestly speaking, you don't need that validation. You don't need people to tell you that, oh, you smell good, like what perfume is that, or try to put me on with that kind of stuff. Because in the end, it has to make you happy. It has to make yourself know that like I really got it on. Like it has to be for you, because it's not even worth it. Once you start doing it just to do it, it's never worth it, man. So let's come back to the 3 points. First, buy what you like and not what other people find appealing, because majority of population find Dior Sauvage appealing. But do you really think that every girl gonna find that appealing, or every like person you meet really gonna like Dior? No, like it's never like that situation. Try to go for something unique. There are fragrances cost like 50 bucks, 40 bucks, 30 bucks that has most people haven't even smelled it because they're unique, they're unknown. Like most people want to go for big companies like Bleu de Chanel, Versace, Valentino, stuff like that. So I say if you in high school, go for random, like go for the classic back in the 90s or something. You might get compliments from dudes at Walmart. Like you never know. I mean, not technically dudes, but you might meet up, like making a connection or somebody. If you're like, let's say I'm wearing a fragrance from 1980s, right, and I'm just casually walking, I'm giving another person a flashback of something they have probably smelled back in the 1900s. I'm not telling you to do this, right, but like in some kind of way, if you do get it, like you're standing now. That's what I'm trying to say. You can do certain things in your routine or even in fragrance thing that can make you stand out of other people. While 20 people is rocking Dior, you're out here rocking something from 1980s or like 2000 that people don't even know about, and they're still in the market, but nobody want to use it because they just think it's lame, or let me just go spray Bleu de Chanel, or I need a Versace. Honestly, you don't need none of this big brands cologne. If I genuinely be honest with you, because some of the most, like one of the most compliment fragrance I got like is Jimmy Choo, right? You can easily get Jimmy Choo for like 30, 40 bucks or 50 bucks. But the thing is, it gets the attention, and that's what I've been trying to say, that don't go, when you start, don't go for the high and saying that, oh, let me go spend 150 on the Versace, because it will get you confident, but do you really need it? No. I say start slow. Try to know what you like, what kind of notes you like and stuff like that. That's the first one, just giving a quick preview of it. Second is less is more. Try to have like, I say 3 max. If you're in high school, don't go more than 3, because then you're still gonna get in the trap of, I need one. Like once you get in the rabbit hole, I need one more, it's never going back. I'll be dead ass. You can never go back out of that unless you really tell yourself, I need to stop this and just enjoy what I have, right? Third, try to know more about it. Like even if it's something simple as, what can I say, Nautica cologne. Try to know what's the notice is, like how long it's gonna last and stuff like that. You have to, it's better to know some kind of knowledge about the perfume rather than just going and buying it and have it, like just having it with you. It is important to know something about it, right? Other than that, I'll see you next video. Thank you for watching, guys.